Hey, what's going on? I'm Apprentice Demond, and in today's video, we're going to do a review on Chippewa's natural spring water. So let's go ahead and get this poured up. Clearly, by the name, I got this from Wisconsin, and we're going to see how well it does. It's not one that anyone asked for, but just saw it in the stores. What was it? Woodman's? I think it was Woodman's. So if you're from that area, then you know the store I'm talking about, which is actually a pretty cool store. I actually enjoyed it. I love their shopping carts. They got something that's really smart that I think everybody should be adopting. If I still have the video of it, I'll see if I can add it to the video so you see what I'm talking about. All stores should be that way. But I digress. We are going to do our first test. So we're going to review this. So the first test we're doing is on antioxidants, and this is the most important test of all the tests we do here. And I mean, it's all about oxidation and lowering that inflammation. Okay, so how do we test this? We're going to use this ORP meter. This is from Pinpoint. Get one yourself. They're like $120, $130. And we are going to take this wand, put it in both of the beverages. If we see a positive number, then that means, per the meter here, the meter is telling us that it's oxidizing. Okay. If we see a negative number, then the meter is telling us that it's an antioxidant. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see how Chippewa Spring Water does. All right. So we are seeing a positive 300 and it's rising, right? Which means this is a strong oxidizing water. Let's check out the electrolyzed reduced water, see what we get. And we are getting a negative 303, negative 3 something. We're seeing a negative number. It's acting a little wonky, but we're seeing a negative 150 something. So still, this is showing a negative number, which shows that it is an antioxidant, okay? Or it's antioxidant-rich water. Now, if you're curious about this test and why I say it's number one, I have a pinned video on one of these sides that kind of breaks down why I say this is the best test for your drinking water when it comes to your health. Why it's number one, okay? Check that out. I think you'll be thoroughly amazed with the studies, what other doctors say, stuff like that. So let's go ahead and jump into our next test. All right, on to our second test. This one's all about alkalinity. Of course, we're going to use pH drops. Most of you guys know these. These are from Ion Faucet. We're going to put them into both of the beverages. If we see a red or orange or yellow, then the drops are indicating that the beverage is acidic. If we see a blue, purple, or dark purple, the drops are indicating that's alkaline, and green means neutral. So let's see what we get here with Chippewa Spring Water. All right, what are we seeing? Did I even add enough drops? Kind of tough to see that. Let's stir it around and see what we get here. It's hovering there. All right. It's looking slightly acidic to me. Let me know what y'all see. It looks like maybe a 6 on the scale. And if I take a look at this, it says Earth's Perfect Water, which is nice. It says the source, nestled in the Woodhills of Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. Bottled at the source, bottled by Premium Waters, processed by Ozonation. And then it gives their website if you want to see what they did. So I feel like it's a little below neutral, and maybe that ozonation or how they processed it may have something to do with that. But nonetheless, the electrolyzed reduced water is sitting between a 9 and a 10. And there you have it. Those are your pHs. Now, there's more to pH than just these colors, I promise you. If you want to learn the truth about that, I have another video somewhere to the left or right of me. Check that out so you can see how it's being used in marketing, what it really means, and how it applies to your health. Okay, so check that out. In the meantime, let's jump into our next test. All right, our third test is on superior hydration, one of my favorite ones. We want to ensure that we're getting hydrated at a cellular level and the water isn't just sitting in our gut, okay? So if you play billiards, that's the proper official name of it, or pool, in the beginning we have that triangle and you're about to break. That's like how normal sized water is. It's that triangle, right? When you take that cue ball, you actually break. You break up all those water molecules. We actually want them small like that. You're not gonna be able to get that whole triangle into a single pocket the way it is. You gotta break them up and then aim for those pockets that you're looking for. Same with our water. Our water needs to be able to be small enough to hydrate us at a cellular level. And when it does that, it can do things way better than what I'm about to show you here, which is we're gonna try to make tea. Okay. So let's take this Chippewa Springs. We're gonna go right about there with it. And then we're gonna do the same with this electrolyzed reduced water. I think they're about the same. All right. And then we're gonna give them 10 dunks, and we're gonna see which one has water molecules small enough to make tea, if both of them, if either of them. So let's get started. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's crazy, right? We're starting to get a little bit from the Chippewa Springs, which is pretty cool. It's hydrating maybe 15 to 20%, but the electrolyzed reduced water is a lot darker, right? And I don't know if you saw it, but this started turning like on the second dunk. And we had to wait a little bit for Chippewa Springs. So let's try this without dunks. We'll just go straight in and drop in the water and see what happens. So we'll try it right now with the Chippewa Springs. And you see we're barely getting anything. So apparently we have to maybe jump up and down to get hydrated. We tried here with the electrolyzed reduced water, and we don't have that issue at all. It seems like it immediately jumped to being something that actually hydrates us, right? You shouldn't have to wait for your water to process to hydrate you, right? It should be able to happen immediately, okay? And just for fun, because it's not necessarily a trick, it's just the quality of the water. So both of these were able to make a little bit bolder tea simply by changing out the water. So hopefully that makes sense. If you're curious to learn more about this, I do have a video on it. It's actually called The Magic of the Third Test. And once again, that's somewhere around me. Check that out so you can learn more about why this is important for your health. With that being said, let's go ahead and do a quick recap on Chippewa Spring Water. All right, we tested Chippewa Spring Water for 3 things. The first one was antioxidants, and the pinpoint meter registered this water as being oxidizing. It was a positive number, okay? When we tested the electrolyzed reduced water, it showed up as a negative number, as an antioxidant, okay? The second test we did was on alkalinity. We took pH drops from ion faucet, put them into both of the beverages. And when we did, we saw that Chippewa looked maybe almost neutral. That ozonation maybe hindered it a little bit, while the electrolyzed reduced water was a bold purple. And then the last test we did was on superior hydration, trying to get hydrated at that cellular level. And we tried to make tea with both of these waters. The electrolyzed reduced water came out darker and bolder, meaning that it is smaller and it can penetrate the cells better, bring in the nutrients, get rid of waste, while we had a tougher time doing that with the Chippewa Spring Water. There you have it. That's my review on this water. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you are serious about upgrading your water, about drinking something better, about getting all these other extra benefits, I highly recommend checking out the masterclass. It is the first pinned comment below this video. There's a link. Click that. It'll take you straight to it. And yeah, I want to say that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Stay blessed, and I will see you in the next one.